I
Oh,
still am just in amazement when I think about the video we collected way back in the day when Chike was the running back for West Lafayette at the
yeah.
varsity level, and the and the
It's six,
and the
it's 6'5", 240 or whatever he was. I mean, yeah, yeah. Now,
it was unbelievable. I mean, the amount of roadkill that was just smashed along the way as he was running the football for the Red Devils
yeah,
over at the field over there by the high school.
I've got a few
Um,
Tuesday stories. I'll share one of them. I remember my freshman year. It was my freshman year. There was five of us linemen that came in that were all freshman linemen. They recruited five of us. It was me. It was a guy named Joe Webster out of Noblesville. Gene Merskowski, who Gene was a 4-year starter here at Purdue, played for the Patriots and a bunch of Super Bowls. Max Miller out of he played at Madison Grant. Who was the fifth? There was a fifth in there too. Gosh, I can't think of who the fifth one was. Oh, Rob Turner. Rob Turner out of Ohio. So it was us five. We're five freshmen, and we're in practice, and they were like, "All right, we're going to take you five freshmen, and you're going to do some work with the defensive ends." And we're like, "All right, great." I was like, "All right, get some pass rush stuff." I'm like, "This will be great." I'm excited to kind of work against these guys. And so the defensive ends that year were Chike Okeafor, Chukie Nwokorie, and Rosevelt Colvin. So those were the three defensive ends. So if you talk about instead of doing pass rush or anything like that, they're like they need to work on defeating a pull, somebody pulling on them. And we're like, all right. So we line up us five, and it was, we were rotating through it. So one guy was live at left guard. The defensive ends were playing over our right tackle. So basically, the right tackle, the right guard, and the center were all blocking down. The left guard was pulling to kick them out. So it was like a long, trap or counter scheme. And so it wasn't like that we were fooling them or they didn't know what was coming. It was literally two guys live in this drill, and so you got your left guard pulling on one of those three guys who his only goal is to blow the guy up that's pulling. So so we're rolling through there, and it was, all of us were rotating in. So at least they didn't have like one of us just pulling every time. We were all rotating through. But I'll never forget. I mean, my neck was so sore after that thing because all of a sudden it's just me pulling down the line and them just completely blowing up the puller. That was their whole thing. It was like a 10-minute session of them defeating a pole block on us five freshmen that never played college football. And those dudes, it was so all that was a heck of a day, man. That was like an introduction to football for you. You either figured it out pretty quickly, or you folded in the tents and found the trainer or something. So us five, we were like, well, let's go. We got to learn how to do this at some point. So um, that was funny. That was a heck of a day. I'll never forget that one. My neck's still a little sore, I think, from that drill when they put us on our butts a few times.
were they talking any smack?
No, not really. I mean, Chike was never much of a smack talker at all. Um, Chukie a little bit. He'd chirp a little bit, but not in that drill. Rosie's as boisterous as they get, but it wasn't like, I mean, they knew it was their job just to go and blow us up, and it was, it wasn't like we were just trying to go there and hit them as hard as we could so that we didn't get completely planted. So I mean, it was like it wasn't, and it wasn't like they were trying to coach us O linemen. They were just like, "Hey, pull and kick those guys out." All right, well, I guess we're gonna. This is what we're doing here. So good times.